about a few years ago, I sat down with my father, right? And he watched me as a kid turn into a grown man. And everything that I've been through, everything that I went through, he saw it. If he didn't see it, he heard it. And he knew that I was a troubled kid. He knew that I got into a lot of trouble, unnecessary mess. And as a kid and as a young adult. And as a father, he just sat back and watched me do it. And I don't know what was on his mind at that time. You know, I guess he gave up on me as well. Because I know I gave up on myself. You see, these kids out here, I understand them. When you're growing up and you're going to school and somebody's telling you that you weren't nothing but a slave, that's all you're gonna act like, is a slave. All your life, people are telling you that you're worthless. You start to believe it because you have no foundation, you have no history. You don't even know where you come from. All you know is that you're here in America spelled with 3 Ks and that you're at a disadvantage because you're black. All you know is that you're being hated on for the color of your skin, your hair texture, the way that you walk, the way that you talk, the way that you think. You're being chastised all the time. Whether it's coming from your teacher, your school teacher, your mother, your father, at your job. I understand it because I went through the same things. Now don't get me wrong. I don't hate my father. But he could have did something that he did a few years back. He could have told me this when I was younger. But he sat me down as an adult to tell me, man, you up here always complaining, talking about you don't know where you're from and this and that and so forth, and you all into this black history stuff and blah, 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 this and that and so forth. Man, listen, alright, I'm gonna tell you. Our family's from Nevis, we're West Indian. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So all this time, I'm wilding out, I'm young, I'm wilding out because I don't know who I am, I have no identity. All this time, you could have prevented that. Because when those school teachers told us in history class that we were slaves, I would have said, no. I'm more than that. I'm West Indian. And I come from an island called Nevis, right next to St. Kitts. And I have land. I would have been proud, just like how I am now. But he waited until I became an adult to tell me that. Don't you understand that Confessions of an Ex-Nubian, part 1 through 19, would have never existed if he told me that when I was younger, that I was a West Indian? Don't you know that Fast Money, My Life, Fast Money, Women in My Life, the series, parts 1 through 25 would never existed? Don't you understand just how important self-identity is to black people? When you know who you are, your performance level in life exceeds the boundaries. See, no one's no longer telling you who you are. You already know it. The school teachers can't tell you you ain't nothing but a slave. You know better. And it's crazy because I have a cousin. She has a house in Nevis, and she was raised totally the opposite from me. And guess what? She's a landlord. She owns her own building in New York, Brooklyn, New York. She's been working for MTA for about 30 years. She's about to retire at like 50 something. I mean, the woman has pride. She knows what she wants. She doesn't have any children. She's not married. She travels the world. She does what she wants to do. You see that? She grew up with an identity. She would go to Nevis in the summer times. Her father, and her mother. I didn't grow up like that. Yeah, I went to New York in the summertime, but I hardly even saw my father because guess what? He had to work from sun up to sundown. He didn't pay no attention to me. Came back down south, my mom's had to work. She didn't pay no attention to me. Nobody told me anything that was of any value. But all of a sudden, he pops this your West Indian thing on me. And I'm like, yo, you gotta be kidding me. Couldn't you have told me that? And at the same time, he says, hey, this time it's on me. Next time you pay. Here's a ticket. Go down there. So I go down there. And I visit all my cousins. Everybody's doing better than me. I got cousins that live in London. I got cousins that live in the United Kingdom. Lawyers, doctors. Cousins in Miami. All West Indian. Met my cousin Myron, older guy. Met Violet, Ruth. Met all my cousins, man. And in Nevis, the two married. One family, my great-grandfather, my great-grandmother, they came together. Two different families came together. And on both sides, we're known in Nevis. Those are two big families. And I'm sitting here saying to myself, why did this man wait this long? You see, he was ashamed when he was younger. He was ashamed to be a West Indian. People used to pick on him. But that wasn't the case with me. I used to wonder why, man. Why do I love jerk chicken? Why do I love Caribbean food so much? Why do I love spicy food? Why is it natural for me to just grow dreads? Like, seriously, it was never a style with me. I always just would do it. I don't know why. I remember prior to me knowing that I was a West Indian, I remember I used to be in different stores and somebody would come up to me and be like, yo, you from the islands? And I'll be like, nah. Man, you sure? Yeah, I'm sure, man. My father's from New York. My mother, she's from New York as well. But on my mother's side, they from down south. On my father's side, they from New York. Yo, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, yo, you look like you from the islands. That has happened to me quite a few times. As of recent, this Jamaican dude, I was in the sauna at the Y. I'm sitting in there. He's like, yo, where you from, man? So I'm like, yo, I used to live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I was born in New York, and that's about it. He's like, okay, I got that. Where you from? I'm like, what is he? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to figure it out. And then and it dawned on me. I'm like, yo, my family's from Nevis. That's what I wanted to say. That's what I was trying to say to you. You look like you're from somewhere else. So it's important for you all to know where you come from, to do some research. And I know the haters, what they're gonna say, there's no such thing as West Indian and East Indian, and Nevis and St. Kitts are European names. They named those two islands or whatever. Let me tell you something, it's a start. It's a start. Because prior to me not knowing that I was a West Indian, I thought I was a piece of shit. And how can you pass that down to your children? Now I can teach my children. At least we know some of our history, while others don't. And they don't even attempt to try, or they're ashamed, like my father, of where they come from. Not me. I'm getting dual citizenship. Once I get that, I'm gonna legally own the land. And after that, I'm gonna build a house there. And it's either gonna be two places where they're gonna put my body 6 feet under. Either in Nevis or in Africa. One of the two. Period. Trust and know I'm not dying here. You gotta know where you come from, man. You gotta know where you come from. Had I known where I came from, I wouldn't be on this camera talking to you all. And that's the truth. Straight up. That is the straight up truth. My name is Langston 2092. And I'm proud to be a West Indian.
And he's got sugar cane growing in too? Oh, man. Oh my goodness.
All these are mine. Look at this.
Maybe we want to start back smoking weed.
Yeah, sure. All these are mine, man. All these are mine.
Wow. Well, that's not
Okay, you pick it. Look. Okay, show it. Look. This is a little bud here. That's a little bud. Keep that, man. Smell it all the time.
Yeah, well, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
And when it dries out, and you got buds on this one.
Oh, yeah, bud. This is a lot of money here, man. Whenever this side go, shoot. These will be like up here. I put these here from the animals, from the pigs.
Because the animals will come and eat it?
Yeah.